Well, hello everybody. We're live. As you can see today, we're down our beautiful co-host Nick. She's doing some self-healing and self-caring at the moment. So Nick, we're going to send you a beautiful big lots of love and energy for you as you go through your processing. And yeah, we very much miss you today. So hi. Oh, we've got Christine's on. Hi Christine, and beautiful Tanya. How are you, gorgeous? So today we'll just do what we normally do. If you been feeling, what's been going on for everyone, let us know, and I'll do my best to go between the comments and seeing what's happening as well with cards, etc. Nick did send in a dream, which was fantastic because, of course, she's analysed it herself, so she makes my world very easy. Yeah, so we'll go through that as well. But hi, Kathleen. So good to see you. So yeah, so how's everyone been feeling? I don't know, has it been a bit crazy? I know for me, I've definitely going through a shift because my eyesight does go a bit weird or cloudy, and it's like I'm trying to adjust all the time. So when I'm going through initiation, because that's one of my telltale signs, is that my eyes start going a bit weird. So I don't know how everyone else has been physically. Yeah, so just let me know as well. So Jazzy's here. He wants to say hello. And I think we'll get on to Nick's dream, because I think as we've been saying, when we have dreams or when we have synchronistic events happening, just know that it's really good for everyone to hear about it, because it does. We're all connected. So put up whatever's going on, and we can chat about it. Oh my God, Dennis is on. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? So, hi, Nick. I hope you're feeling okay, my love. And we will, like I said, we're sending lots of love and light to you. So, but I'm going to start with Nick's dreams. So this is weird having to read out dreams. I'm so used to having Nick with me. So Nick's dream, it's a car park dream. So it was in a car driven by a friend, and at the destination I got out, but he kept driving, doing loops and sliding out on corners of the street. The car was a soft tone of brown. We were going to the theatre, and while in the queue, I was given a key and instructions to where the car was parked to retrieve my mobile phone. I got to the car, now green colour, different style, did a lap of the car park, Nick, and parked in same spot but facing a different way. Got out and the car started rolling downhill slightly. I jumped back in, pulling on the park brake. I then remembered to collect my mobile. I then walked up a steep hill back to the theatre. I'd only been gone a few minutes and the show was starting. So that's a really interesting dream. So if people have got comments about that, let us know. I mean, it's such a clear dream, and thank you, Nick, for writing it so concisely. It's really quite obvious when you look at the actual archetypes that are in that dream, but Nick's done an amazing job with her analysis. And so she says, with her decode, who am I letting drive? Because someone else was driving her car. Brown is grounding, green is healing and growth. So car racing, competing against myself, need to unite all aspects of self, take time to relax, integrate, reflect along the way. The car park, going too fast, stop and park for a while, slow down my pace, reevaluate, look things over. The key is inner awareness that opens doors to all truth, wisdom and knowledge. Break is a control point. Caution, used when needed to slow down before moving on. Theatre, life is a stage for self-growth. Two people, two different cars, need to balance out the masculine and feminine. Wow, Nick, I mean, that says it all. It's quite amazing, actually. And it's interesting that you're sort of taking some time out to look after yourself at the moment. Our dreams really do just reinforce, don't they, what we need, and to make sure that we actually do that. So I'm just going to pop some cards out and just have a little look and see what comes through for Nick. And remember, guys, this is for all of us. So if you are feeling like you're a bit torn in two directions, or you've got a lot going on, just take some time out for yourself. So Okay, I'm just going to do some cards here. Ooh, that one's nice and zingy. Ha, interesting. Yes. No, it wants me to go back there, so I'll get that one. These, I love it. I love it when cards just confirm literally and show us in a picture. Oh my gosh, this is too amazing. So Nick, the first card up for you, I'm just going to get rid of that so we can have a look, is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, when this card comes up to me, it's when seeds have been planted and we're just waiting for the results of it, or for the reality, the outcome of it to come through. And then you've got your Queen of Cups. Now, this is someone who's contemplating their emotional journey, their emotional body. They're taking time out to actually see what's going on and to see how they feel. So, yeah. And then beautiful, the Strength card. So we actually come back stronger when we do take time out for ourselves. We do come back stronger. And so that's why your Strength cards come up here. So you're doing the right thing, Nick. So, yeah, just keep looking after yourself. Wow. And thank you for that dream. That was amazing. Yeah. So, Christine's been, so my eyes have been abnormally blurry on and off, but don't feel it was really eyesight going. No, it's so weird because I'm the same. And sometimes now the weird thing is that, Christine, I don't know if this actually, you've noticed this, but when I'm outside and I'm in actual sunlight, everything's clear. I don't have a problem. It's when I'm inside and it's like everything's sort of blurry up one end. So, yeah, so I know for me it's an initiation and I need to be outside more because that's obviously what's going to help me. So, yeah, so definitely, if the other thing I get is I get a twinge in my right knee, and it's only when I'm walking downstairs. That's when I know I'm also going through an initiation. So what are your telltale signs? Do people know yet when their body's telling them, hey, there's a spiritual change, or there's some sort of DNA activation, or you're going through an initiation? Do people actually have issues like this that come up? So, yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, that's funny. And so Nick, I'll just pop up what Nick said because I didn't realize she put a thing up there for us. So, where are we? So, yeah, so she's Nick's from the sidelines, and my coughing does not make for great viewing. We'd be just muting you all the time. Snuggled on the lounge in PJs and blankie with every herbal remedy known to man. Good. You stay there and you stay in those pajamas for as long as you need. So, yeah, so and Nick's just confirmed she's transmuting all discordant thoughts and emotions. Yeah, and just feeling them, just allowing yourself to feel as well. So, yeah, great. Wow, so that's really interesting. So just going to get rid of that one. Gosh, I miss you, Nick. This is tricky. I've done it quite a few times before on my own, but it's never as much fun as having someone to bounce things off as well. So, all right. Oh, Kathleen, thank you. I was just going to ask to see as well, did anyone work with some meditation or working with that third eye before sleep? I actually know I've had 2 lucid dreams this week with that intention. So, Kathleen, you've done your home play. So Kathleen's been doing meditation from last week, clearing the third eye, but I get headaches from trying to do that. That's interesting. Lisa mentioned years ago that we come in with a crown of thorns. Wonder if I did that. Well, yeah, it's really interesting. When I do the cards today, it'll be really interesting, Kathleen, to see which one comes up. But we do, sometimes we do need to do clearing through our crown chakra to actually allow the connection to come in, or more energy. The other thing I've always known, a beautiful friend of mine, Mary, she passed away only about 12 months ago, incredibly brilliant with massage, but she was a spiritual masseuse. And she always said it was the spleen as well, where when we're increasing or amalgamating more of our soul, that it actually comes in through the spleen. And so, when people say, oh, it doesn't matter if you take your spleen out, some people get in an accident or whatever and they need to have their spleen removed. So I'm wondering, does it then need to come through in a physicality through a different organ? It just fascinates me. And ever since I was little, I remember saying, I never ever want anything taken out of my body. I don't know where it came from. It was just, and I haven't, apart from my little intraocular lenses, everything else is still intact. So I'm really blessed. But I just sort of know that it helps with keeping us balanced as well. But we can always create the energy or template of that organ within our being and our body, because we are etheric as well. So Kathleen, thank you for sharing that. So I think maybe today as well, even I will pull a card for whichever consciously we need, whichever chakra we need to work on at the moment. But I think it probably wouldn't hurt for us to actually do a crown activation. So thank you for that. I will keep that one in mind. So yeah, interesting, Nick. So Nick sort of said it makes you think about tonsils being removed as children. I know. Look, sometimes it gets so bad. I know as a nurse, I've seen people get quinsy, which is where they just keep getting these ulcerations, and they do need to come out. Nowadays, though, because I don't know, has anyone noticed that they don't seem to do as many? I don't know if this is just me. I actually will look up some stats on that, because that interests me. But but a lot of the time too, I feel a lot of issues within the body are from stuck emotions or trauma from other lifetimes or through lineage that can be activated through then and something that happens in this lifetime. So I would, if it was me, before I got anything out, I would go in and do some clearing work with it. So Nick, that's a really, really good point. Yeah, so they wait now and just don't rip them out. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because because you could have lots of real complications, because it's such a vascular area around our throat as well. And they're massive lymph glands. I mean, they're doing a lot of clearing. I don't know if you've heard of tonsil stones, but what I find is when people's livers or is working really, really hard and there's a lot of toxins in the body, the actual tonsils will push out these calcified stones. And they actually smell. They're toxic, and they get rid of them from the body if the blood and the kidneys, everything is not clearing it through quickly enough. So yeah, I know. So they're really important. And honestly, we know what's going on. We know why our health system is as it is. But that's just something that to keep in mind, is before we go and have something taken out, maybe stop and do some work, or get someone to help you to do some work around trauma from that area of the body. So yeah, and Christine, I know it was like, I remember if one kid had them out, they said, well, we might as well do them all while we're here. So I think I remembered watching that in a movie called Cheaper by the Dozen. It was a really old movie, and they had like 12 kids or something ridiculous. And so they all got their tonsils out at home as well. Crazy. So look, it's that's a really good point, and it's something to really think about as well. So wow. So let me have a look, because what I might do straight away. Oh, Jasper actually wants to say something about this. Okay, Jasper. Oh, he's going, he gets to chat. So I just got the message that he wants to actually talk to us about our physical bodies and then energetic aspects, the crystalline aspects of us. Wow, this is cool. Okay, Jasper. So what Jasper does for me, if people don't know, is he just helps me with my third eye psychic ability, but he actually enhances it for me and helps me to, through a finer vibration, to see more or to feel more or to hear more. So we're just going to see what Jasper has to say. Okay. He's actually showing me an image of a body, as if I'm looking at a body, but it's like it's in computer graphic detail. And he's showing me points of entry through the etheric body, which is our aura. Our energetic body is probably an easier way to understand it. It's a little bit more complex than that. And he's just showing me when there's actually a block, and depending on the level. So there are levels or layers. So the first one is the physical. The second one, I think, I'm trying to remember now, is one of them's emotional, one of them's mental plane. If there's a block somewhere in there, then the energy, because he was showing me in green coming through, that green is healing. The green energy then won't get through. So he showed me there was a block in this further down on the calf on the left. He was just giving me an example. Yeah, he is. And he was just, oh, okay, Kathleen, we're going to get back to you with Jasper too. And he was just saying that that's what happens. And then you get a build-up or a blockage even in the etheric. The etheric takes it through into the physical. So, okay, so Jasper wants to actually talk to Kathleen. Okay. Oh, my goodness. So, Kathleen, what I just saw for you was that all you literally have to do is think of it like a screw-on lid that's on the top of your crown. There is energy coming through and around it, but he said to I'm just gonna tune in and just see to open it. So, yeah, he's showing me go to the left, so left is loose. So open that up, but just do it a little bit at a time, because you're going to start to have this new influx of energy coming in and then mixing for you. Also ground, so make sure that you 6 inches below our feet is the Earth Star chakra. So make sure that you're grounding into that energetically. I know it's much more complex than this, but it keeps it simple. So just imagine 2 silver lines going down into your Earth Star chakra from below your feet, from the bottom of your feet. At the same time, gently start to just do little turns of opening and breathe into it and feel what it's like. Okay. Even if you do that each day, just a little bit each day, and just allow then for things to start changing and flowing. Wow, that's pretty cool. Thank you, Jasper, because we're all different. We all have different, I feel our soul almost puts blocks or deliberate little traps or things within our chakra system so that we won't be activated or opened until we reach a certain frequency, or until there's clearing at a certain level within us. So, yeah, so I know, again, Kathleen's talking about kids having adenoids. I know I was told I had to have my adenoids removed if I kept getting ear infections. And I remember when I worked in a private hospital, just adenoids, kids coming through, and the grommets, because a lot of kids get the blocked ears. And so, yeah, interesting, isn't it, how things are actually changing, which is awesome. So there you go. So Kathleen, that's really interesting. I was actually shown literally like a cap that would be on a metal cap that would be on a glass jar. So that's what I saw. Oh, yeah. And that's why you've got to do it slowly, because Kathleen said she's feeling a slight pressure on her head already. And sorry, that was me, because when I actually work with something, when I'm connected in through my divine self, and I'm working energetically or psychically on someone, you will get that activation. So yeah, so you just do it though. You just trust yourself and you just do that as you need to. Do your white lighting and do some violet flame as well through your energy field, because that will help to clear, because you're going to release as well. This is what happens. It's the usual story when we go and buy new clothes. If you can't fit them in the cupboard, you've got to chuck out some old stuff. So that violet flame will help to keep your etheric clear, so that you don't get a density build up. So beautiful. It's really simple. It's really straightforward. You just take it gently, and you will. And you might find, again, I mean, I had this last week too, where there was a certain spot right on the top of my head that was sore, and there was no reason for it physically. And then after about 24 hours, it went. And I always know that's when I'm getting an activation or a download. Yeah. So look, just work with that really slowly. Always come into your heart. Remember, for me, the heart chakra is where we release from and where we actually are open from. It's limitless. So yeah. yeah. So Nick's just warning you not to open it like her kombucha bottle the other day, where there was a massive fizz explosion. No, we do not want that. So, but no, you'll be fine, Kathleen. That wouldn't have come through for you. Jasper doesn't do that very often, so that wouldn't have come through for you unless it was perfect timing, because I was going to do a meditation maybe for everybody to help with the opening of the crown. But I feel even doing that for you is actually going to help others. So if other people feel that they would like or they need to do that work, do it. That's why we're talking about it on here. So, which is awesome. So this is why it's great to share, because you never know what's going to come up on this show. It's all very random. So, but yeah, so interestingly, just before I do, I will look and see what we're going to be playing with today with our chakras. But I did actually do some chakra work before I went to sleep, and I was connecting in with old friends that I hadn't seen for a very, 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 very long time. And I knew I was lucid dreaming, and it was very heart-centered. Yeah, it was interesting. So I'm actually going to contact one of those friends and just send a message and just say, hi, I've been thinking about you. You're in my dream. So I don't know for anyone else if there was any dreams that you've had or lucid dreams that you've had when you were connecting in more, while before sleep, and what happened for you. And I just know I was absolutely lucid dreaming. So yeah, so Nick did. She actually asked for clarity during the sleep, because remember, that was what we actually got with that card last week, and it seemed to open me up for this purification. Yeah, and that's what can happen. So it's not a bad thing at all. It just means it's perfect timing. We're doing the conscious work. So when you're consciously saying, I am open to change, I am open to expanding and being the highest version of myself, this is when things happen. So, and one of my favorite sayings at the moment is, universe, show me what I am truly worth. Because we have blocks, don't we? At some level, subconsciously, whether it's a lineage trauma, whether it's just a thought pattern that we've taken on from when we were a child without even knowing it, we can really underestimate who we truly are and what we're truly worth. So I'm working with that at the moment. So I do that a few times a day. I'll say it out loud, I'll think it, I'll write it. And it's starting to make me look deeper and remember. And last night I was actually getting a knowing. It was like, you will get a download. This is what I was told. I will get a download, and then it helps me to remember who I truly am. And it doesn't mean we have to do anything different. Sometimes just having that and holding that template and that perspective is enough to help people. So, or just to be just who we are, just being who we are, raising, expanding our frequency. So yes, I'm quite excited. So I'm still working with that mantra, and my other favorite saying is, I am open to miracles. I leave room for beautiful miracles in my life, and I accept them with an open heart. So these are the types of things, if people were inside my head, they'd go, who's this crazy woman? But that's, to me, this is allowing the universe to step in. So, and it's so empowering as well. It's like, I'm connected to this. I'm a part of this. This aspect is within me as well. So the more we own that, that's when we really manifest. So, okay, so I'm actually going to do our chakra now. So I'm just going to tune in. So through my divine self, through my higher self, through the God presence within me, I ask for all that are watching this, or for anyone that is needing help or support, to clear, to recalibrate, and to rejuvenate through a chakra that is, at the moment, might be the best for us to be playing with. So thank you for that. So I'm just going to put the cards out and see which one wants to jump out today. It's so funny. I keep getting, what if it's the same one? Well, that's obviously perfect, because we are meant to be working on what we're meant to be working on at the moment. Oh, God, the energy from these cards is so beautiful. Yeah, it's that one. Wow. Interesting. And Nick, this is interesting. I think you'll find this one very, very amazingly beautiful. So the card that's come up for us today, and I will be running a meditation on this, and running energy at the same time. So if you're watching this afterwards, it's okay. You'll still get that. Look at that. Nick, balance. And Nick was talking about the yin and the yang and getting everything into balance with the twos in her dream. So, of course, everything's synchronistic. And the red. So red is usually associated with our base chakra, but I'm going to just read the book as well. Oh, I'm feeling a lot of frequency. Have a look at the card. I'm actually feeling a lot of frequency coming through with that yin yang symbol through the light. Wow. Okay. So it's number 6 as well. So that's how, also when I look at number 6, to me, that is like our personal Merkaba. So this is like our own spaceship, our own traveling device. This is how we travel. So let's have a look and see what number 6 says. Balance, base chakra. You've called this card into your awareness today as an indication that balance is required somewhere in your life. Mastering balance is certainly a work in progress and a powerful master key to our more harmonious and enjoyable life. We live in a physical world of polarity with day and night, hot and cold, and the forces of nature are constantly working towards a state of balance in everything. Living a life of balance is the ultimate goal. When you can walk your path with no judgment and realize that everything has an opposite, life becomes less stressful and flows with ease and grace. You may have been feeling out of whack lately. Take a moment to see what is out of balance in your life. What have you been putting too much energy into or focusing on? Or what requires a little more attention? If you have been putting too much energy and effort into something and feeling stuck, then it's time to let go and allow the natural flow of balance to take place. If you've been ignoring something and not giving it the attention it requires, now is the time to give it some love, care, and focus. It could be thoughts in your head, relationships, work, family, or a new project you're working on. Take action and positive steps to allow the natural flow to occur once you find where this balance is required. There is an old saying that too much of a good thing is not always the best medicine. Balance is the key. So this card can also indicate that balance may already be present and you have been taking the right steps to allow it to flow into your world. So this is where we need to discern. So actually, if we're in balance, then we honor that and we take note. What have I been doing that's actually helped me create this beautiful balance within my world? It's not always a negative. So this is the other thing as well. Now, the affirmation that goes with this is I'm balanced in all aspects of my life. I love that. So let's have a look at our chakras here. Now, remember, your base chakra here is at the base of the spine. So to me, if we look at our glands there, for males, it's the testosterone, it's the prostate. But for females, to me, it's vitality. So for all of us, our base can also be our connection in life, our tribal connection. So it can be family. For some people, they don't have a family, so they actually have a tribe. And it can be also where we live. It can be our absolute security of having foundations. It can also be an aspect of earth, a country on earth where we have this absolute pull. And that's where we tend to reside and that's base as well. The base is also where our kundalini, I feel our kundalini begins. So when we have an activation, a kundalini activation, it can feel very sexual, but the idea is to bring it up through all your chakras up and then allow it to be released wherever it comes from. So, or wherever it needs to go to actually be released. And this is a huge awakening, a spiritual enlightenment almost. And most of us will go through one of those in our lifetime. You'll know. When you're going through it, believe me, you will know. So that's our base. So what I'm going to do now, it's interesting. So yeah, perfect balance, says Nick. It's happening organically now with the keys we've been given. I agree with you, Nick. This is so relevant. I want to be aligned to stepping to creating new earth. Yeah, for sure. And look, I agree. I feel now, like I used to, every day I would do a chakra meditation and I would run through them all and I would check them all and just allow them to flow more easily. I just haven't felt the need to do that like every day at all. Sometimes I'll go, oh, I'm just tuning into there. But I feel that we read balance as well. But if we are having issues with even maybe the stability of knowing where we might be living or in a relationship or within the family unit or we don't have the energy, sometimes there can be a block in our base. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a beautiful base balancing. And again, I'll be running some energy for people to help with this as well. So wherever you are, if you want to just sit, make sure you're comfortable. You can lie down, it doesn't matter, but be in a place where you can actually allow this energy to flow through. So, all right, so just gently close your eyes. Take a big breath in through your nose And as you breathe out, let yourself just drop into your body. Be very, very present, very, very still, very aware. And then always before we start any sort of meditation with the next breath, as you breathe out, take your intention and awareness into the heart chakra and gently just allow that heart chakra to fully start to open. See, sense or feel white light birthing through the heart chakra, wherever that is for you, wherever that feels right. And then just allow that white light to expand wherever it chooses to go. It has its own consciousness. It will actually clear. It will revitalize. And now we're going to see, sense or feel white light coming up from under your feet from beautiful Mother Gaia through the crystalline energy, right up through your being, through your physical body, through your energy field, clearing, restoring, releasing anything that you don't need, any cords or hooks or ties, or any dross or heavy energy that we've been releasing through our purification. Okay, and just feel that really, that peaceful clearing coming through. And now take your attention down into the base chakra that's situated at the base of the spine. Remember, a chakra is a spinning wheel of energy, and it goes right through the whole energy field. See, sense or feel silver light spinning through the chakra, clearing any blocks, clearing any trauma, rebalancing that base chakra. And now see, sense or feel a beautiful red color. The energy and frequency in that ray of red, allow it to spin and flow through the base chakra. And as it does so, that red then expands down into the bones of the legs and right up into the bones of the body, supporting, strengthening. All the way up, just allow it to flow through the bones. And now we're going to bring through an etheric crystal. We're going to ask for jasper, the etheric crystal of jasper, to come through into the base chakra to support all the physical attributes in that area, including our bones. And then we're going to put an etheric drop of ruby essence into the base chakra. Now this essence will work its magic. Whatever needs to be balanced. And if that energy wants to run up your spine, through into your skull, your whole bones, allow it to do so. And if you feel your base and your hips getting warmer, then just know that this energy is actually clearing. Does it feel more comfortable? Does your base chakra have a message for you? Actually sit and receive this message now, if it does. And this energy will keep running for you as long as it's needed. So now we're going to gently just, again, connect in through to that beautiful Earth Star chakra that is 6 inches below your feet, just with 2 silver lines, bringing this beautiful grounding back through into the crystalline frequency of Mother Earth, into the grid lines. And when you're ready, just gently start to wiggle your toes, focus on your breath, and then to open your eyes. Whew, I could definitely feel my feet tingling then as we were coming back through. And yeah, it's like I actually want to get up and go for a walk. From that, it's like I feel like I've got more energy that's come through. So yeah, so how did everyone go with that? Let me know if that worked. But this was the card that went through it, and I'm balanced in all aspects of my life. So that now streams out into our reality, because once our intention is out there, this is what can happen. So wow, so that's a beautiful card. So thank you, balance. Thank you, base chakra. It's interesting. I have no idea what will come up, but I just can't believe. Yeah. So and Nick, that's when I felt it too, and I got told to put the ruby essence in, not so much just the crystal, but I actually got told to put the ruby essence in. Yeah, my body warmed up, and that's why I said if you can feel it, just notice it happening. Now you can do these at home. You can do these whenever you want. You can actually just channel through your own, whatever it is your body needs, whatever it is your etheric energy field needs. You can do this as well. Remember. So it's yeah, being supported, exactly, and that's what it's about, is support. That's what our base does when it's balanced. As I said, it can support us physically, through our families, through our relationships. It really is the base of everything. It's a strong foundation. So that's beautiful. So wow. Whew. So like I said, if you're looking at this afterwards, you will still get that. I was running energy then as well. You will still get that hit of energy. So whew, that was beautiful. Oh, that's so good, Nick. So Nick's muscles and bones are no longer aching. Yeah. And just remember, we can put energy into anywhere in our body. Like last night, it's funny now. I just start to tap inside me, and I go, oh, I can do anything. I can shift anything in this body. And it's like I see the light just dancing totally within me. So, and it's like I know I can actually fix anything or move something or change something. So yeah, so that's great, Nick. I'm so happy for you. And Kathleen, my right foot was twitching the whole time, and I felt the warmth from the ruby colour too. Yeah, it's interesting what I get shown or told to put in. It's going to be right and perfect for everyone. So we'll all respond differently, but I just know it's right because that was really strong. So interesting, Kathleen, that your right foot's twitching. So maybe tune into that and actually see what's going on for you on that masculine side. So yeah, that's really interesting as well. And remember as well, what I find is when I am actually working with a lot of energy, I tend to need magnesium. So I have a great magnesium spray. Actually, my beautiful friend Tanya gave me my last lot, and it's amazing. And I'll just spray it on my legs or on my feet and rub it in even before bed. So if you're finding you're getting some twitching or some cramping, that's the first thing I would go to is magnesium. You can take it orally. Make sure it's a good one though. The other thing that I do, which I found really has helped that, is just some Celtic salt. I just put a tiny little sprinkle into my water bottle and shake it. In Australia, we all tend to have water bottles because it can get really hot here. And I just find that has helped me so much. So I won't do it every day, but a lot of days I will. So there's just some tips if you're finding that you are getting some cramping or some twitching. So Kathleen, just tune in for yourself to see if that's actually an energetic twitch, which normally everything is from energy, but if it's physically coming through for you, if you need to just support your body when you're going through changes. Yeah, it's interesting, Nick. As Nick's saying that it was effective and quick, the light was moving through me like a snake. And that's why I always say to people, white light has its own consciousness. It is so powerful. It's like it can completely read our energy field, our physical body, and it knows where to go. When I clean my teeth, I actually use white light as a mouthwash. And do you know, it's like one day I had quite a sore tooth. It wasn't my tooth, it was just the gum. I went, that's weird. I don't get that very often. And I realized I hadn't been white lighting. As soon as I started again, it went. So that's another way that we can actually get the white light to help work with us. Remember, we are light. We are crystalline. We are light. Yeah. So, oh, that's so funny. So Nick's off for a magnesium bath after the live. That's perfect timing. I think this live was for you, my love. Honestly, that's so funny. Oh, awesome. So, Yeah, so look, work with your own chakras, tune in. Where do I need some support? Where do I need to have the energy flow rebalanced? And you might be amazed. Like I said, we don't just have the 7 main chakras. We also have chakras like in our hands, in our feet, in our ankles. There are hundreds of other chakras. And so if you're losing energy from somewhere in your body, just tap into it, tune into it, ask it what it needs. I think I've told you before, every time I'd go and do swimming laps, I felt this energy leaking out of my left ankle. It drove me insane. So this was years ago. And so I went to a crystal shop. I thought there's got to be something to help me. And the girl said straight away, hematite. So I actually put hematite in my sock. And when I didn't have shoes on that had socks, I put it in my pocket. And that helped so much. And that's what made me then go and do more research into the chakras and how they work in our body. It was showing me, Marie, there's a leak there. And it was from another lifetime, from a trauma that I had to heal. So it was perfect. So meanwhile, though, I got support from this hematite, from this beautiful crystal. So, yeah, so there's lots we can do for ourselves. So, all right. So I'm going to do a reading for someone today. So if you'd like to have a little bit of a reading, it's usually tapping in spiritually. Just pop 888 up there and I will do a reading for somebody. Oh, and Kathleen's, while you're doing that, while everyone's putting that in, so put in 888, obviously only if you're on here live, pop it in. But Kathleen's asked a great question. So what are stones to help with the root chakra? Yes, so jasper is one of them. Again, anything that's sort of red. Let me have a look in my chakra book. Oh, my crystal book. I love this crystal book, Crystal Bible. So let me just have a look at root chakras. And also, too, sometimes remember, if you intuitively get that a crystal particularly wants to work with you, and even if it's not as normally associated, or that color is not normally associated with that chakra, don't ignore it, because I've been finding that I've had like gold that wants to come into a chakra that wouldn't normally come in, or whatever. So, and carnelian, yeah, carnelian also, Nick, is for the navel chakra, I find. So let's have a look and see. Yeah, so bone marrow. Purple fluorite is for bone marrow. So I would associate that also with the base chakra, because bones are. And skeletal. This is interesting, because for the skeletal system, it's also saying iron pyrite, chrysocolla, which I've always associated with heart, amazonite, purple fluorite. That's so interesting. So like I said, it doesn't have to necessarily be what's something that is said to normally go with the base chakra. So let's have a look. Yeah, I'll actually have a look up for you as well. Let me just look up and see if it's in the front. But they're the two that I would definitely use as your jasper. Sometimes hematite as well, like I said, that can help with your grounding if you're finding it. So carnelian is more, well, again, you can use it for your base, but I usually use it for my navel chakra. So, and carnelian is very, very good for healing of for female, for reproductive organs as well. So, yeah, it's not actually jumping out at me here. So, but they're the ones I would go with. Yeah, but I'll have a look. I'll have a closer look for you as well. But maybe Kathleen, you can look it up for me as well and see what you come up with. So they're the ones. Black stones appear to be for the base. Yeah, it just depends on what's right for you in that moment, in that time. So yeah. Okay. Well, Christine's popped her 888 up. So we'll do it for Christine. Let's have a look and see. All right, Christine, let's see what's going on with you. Now, did we do one for you last time? I cannot. Oh my gosh, this is what happens when I'm channeling. I don't even remember who I've done the readings for, unless something triggers it and I'm meant to remember. So let's have a little look. I'm just going to tune in. So through my divine self, I'm tuning into Christine's divine self, her higher self. What is it that might be helpful for Christine at this time to just to help her to find more balance. Okay, that's so interesting. All right, let's do some cards because this will often help me to be able to explain it to you in pictures when I do the cards, even though I've already got the image and seeing what's going on. Yeah, Christine, you've done a shift then. If it was you last, well, yeah, you've done a shift. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is making sense. Sorry, I get stuff as I'm going. So if it looks like I'm talking to myself, I am. Oh, this is so fascinating. I love it. Okay. Beautiful. Christine, you've had a shift. What I'm getting though is when I saw when I tuned in, what I saw is it's like your heart's open. You've got this light now that you know's there. And it's this is really funny. It's like you had a coat on, like a flasher, and you were flashing your light and then closing the coat again. It's almost like you're still finding out who you are with this new frequency and energy. And the reason the Page of Swords has come up. So to me, this is someone that is learning something new, but you're not quite sure how to be really open or to find your own truth with this new level of that you've got, because then we've also got the Knight of Wands, and he can be bringing a message, but you're going, I'm not sure if I'm getting it clearly. I don't know if I'm getting clarity with this message and the action you're taking. But don't worry, because you've got the beautiful World card. So there is something new coming through for you. It's going to help you to encompass it within your whole world. You're going to feel really connected in with this as well, but it's just you're just getting used to it. Honestly, I've never seen an image like that one before. Yeah, you've been feeling like you're out in the cold a little bit. That Five of Pentacles has come up. Like you go, I'm not quite sure what this is. I don't know if I belong, but there's change coming for you, and that's why that World card has come up. So, I just keep getting told you're doing a shift. You've done a big shift, and it just doesn't feel comfortable for you. You've got to let some stuff go. Eight of Cups has come up. So just walk away from things that don't serve you anymore. You don't have to hold on to them. It's okay. Go look for something new. Again, think of that World card. There's something new for you. So you don't have to do it how you did. Like emotionally, it's not serving you. Beautiful. Ace of Swords. I love this card. So this is your mental clarity. This is actually really positive. And it means that you will find that highest aspect within your mental plane around all of this. It's a beautiful card to get. So don't worry, if you're processing still, that's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Queen of Swords. To me, she's someone that has absolute clarity when she speaks. She knows her truth. She doesn't talk any rubbish. That's where you're going to. So that's perfect. So that's brilliant. So that's what I'm getting for you. And seeing that image was, honestly, it just makes me want to giggle. It was pretty funny. So you've got this new light and you're going, oh, but I don't know how much to show of myself with it. So yeah. So, but it's all good. It's going to integrate more and more for you, and you're going to come into a clarity like you've never had before. So just embrace that, which is beautiful. But wow. So look, and if Christine's going through that, then I would say that there's probably a lot of us that are actually experiencing something like that. So just be really gentle to yourself. And exactly, just as I said that, of course, Kathleen puts up, wow, those cards were for me too. I feel like I'm flashing my light and then hiding it, going within, not sure what to do next. Yeah, so Kathleen, absolutely. And that's why I say whenever I do a reading, it doesn't really matter who it's for. There's always others that it resonates with and that it's going to help and support. So it's okay. Just keep flashing and just and enjoy it and just go, oh, that felt a little bit more comfortable. Okay, but I can dim it down a little bit so that I'm feeling more balanced within it to be vulnerable with it. So yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, and good. So Nick's feeling the same way. She has courage to open my heart and allow the divine plan to unfold. Exactly. It's like it's new. You don't have to understand it all yet. You don't have to be comfortable with it all yet. This is part of being human. This is our journey. And for Christine, it sounds so perfect. I'm definitely working on letting go of things that don't feel aligned. Yeah, so funny, that image too. Oh my gosh, it's funny. I love that. I love that about spirit. It's like the sense of humor, and it just in 1 second's flash of a vision, I get so much out of it. It's like, it was really funny. So thanks for amusing me as well. So, wow. But well, do you know what, guys? I actually feel I'm going to actually finish it here. It's been amazing. And Nick, thank you for your support, even online. That's been really cool. And do get better. And everyone, just play. Remember to play. So again, maybe ask with that base chakra that we worked with today, before you go to sleep, have the intention of feeling solid, feeling balanced, and ask to be shown that with a dream, whatever it is you might need to change, or if you're on the right track. That's perfect. That's fine. Just work with that, whatever's right for you, and let's see what happens. And maybe do a little meditation before you sleep as well. That involves that base chakra. Or if you're still working on your clarity, just keep putting that out as well, so that you know everything is just being balanced for us. We are perfection, so allow it to flow and happen. So yeah, look, have a great week, everyone. Exactly. And Nick, you did a beautiful job of being here, even if you weren't here physically. So thank you. All right, guys, I've actually got to take Clive. It's time to have his little claws clipped. He's starting to hurt himself. So that's where we're off to now. All right, bye. Love you all so much.